don't be doing all that. And I don't know if it's because he's a man, but he don't be doing all the extra falling out stuff with him.
Floyd Mayweather's daughter, Yaya Mayweather, has come forward with details about her father that she admits she probably shouldn't be sharing. But in her words, keeping quiet no longer serves any purpose, especially after her father's latest stunt, where he claimed to own multiple buildings in Manhattan. That lie caught fire not just on social media, but also in the eyes of legal authorities now reportedly circling Floyd's real estate portfolio and financial dealings.
The foundation of his claim, a reported $402 million real estate deal involving 62 rental apartment buildings in Washington Heights, Manhattan. Mayweather promoted the deal heavily, presenting as a symbol of his business savvy that public property records do not show Mayweather as full owner of the buildings. In fact, it appears he may only hold a minority stake in the investment.
According to Yaya, the Floyd that fans adore for his flash and undefeated record is far from the Floyd she knows behind closed doors. In her words, her father's obsession with dominance stretches far beyond the boxing ring. She claims he'll go out of his way to flaunt financial power in any room he walks into, even if he doesn't belong there. It's not just about showing off, it's about projecting a version of himself that seems immune to struggle, even when that projection threatens the very core of his family.
Boxing is your family business. Your dad, your uncle were pro boxers.
Yes.
And now your 4-year-old grandson.
Yes.
KJ, 4 years old. He's training with. He's cute. He's really cute.
Yes.
My hands are too little. That's amazing, huh?
I live for that young man.
Yeah.
I love him. My grandson.
And so your kids are not into boxing, right?
No, not at all.
No.
To her, the lie about Manhattan isn't some random publicity stunt. It's part of a bigger pattern. Floyd has always felt the need to posture as someone greater, richer, smarter, and more untouchable than he actually is. Yaya says she's watched her dad avoid the slightest appearance of financial vulnerability, even if it meant making decisions that strained their relationship. According to her, Floyd would rather lose his family than let the world think he didn't have money.
Okay.
Well, we don't know. In the least amount of fights, I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.
This isn't an exaggeration. History is littered with examples that back Yaya's claims. One of the most glaring was Floyd's response, or lack thereof, when Yaya was arrested in connection to a violent altercation involving her then boyfriend, rapper NBA Youngboy. Despite their turbulent relationship, it was clear that Floyd never supported Yaya being with the rapper. But when pressed about the issue during a public interview, Floyd pivoted, expressing vague support for the couple and insisting he just wanted the best for his daughter.
NBA Youngboy,
Yes.
and she's now pregnant, and
Yes.
people have been talking about it, and I've not even posted on Hollywood Unlocked because I feel like I'd rather have the conversation with you. How did you feel about that?
I just want the best for my daughter. Always want the best. If that makes her happy, then we're happy. Me and her mother is happy. But what I try not to do is get in her personal business. Because once she's no longer under my roof, then you know what? It's between her and her better half.
But the truth was obvious. After her arrest, Floyd didn't post about her, not even once. Meanwhile, he continued to post his other children, like his son Karan, whom he proudly showcased during boxing training sessions. His followers started to notice the digital silence around Yaya, a silence loud enough to suggest he was distancing himself, clearing space between his glittering image and his daughter's legal chaos. The same man who once spent over $1 million on Yaya's Sweet 16 party, complete with performances by Drake and Future, suddenly acted like she didn't exist.
Let's get it. Check this out, check this out, check this out, check this out. Whoever doesn't wish me happy
happy birthday. I don't care if it's at midnight or 11:59 tomorrow night. Whoever doesn't wish me happy birthday, I bet you won't hear from me again. I swear to God, that's what I want.
To Yaya, this wasn't new. This was classic Floyd. Present when it benefits him, distant when it doesn't. Her father had once shelled out $50K just to have Nicki Minaj show up at her 14th birthday. He gifted her a Mercedes G-Wagon while flashing smiles and posting selfies with other celebrities. But when her life began to fracture, publicly and painfully, Floyd was nowhere in sight. Yet he would still post about being a great father, uploading photos with his other kids and penning captions like, "Never claim to be perfect, but I strive to be the best father possible."
A little money. They don't see like the human in you a lot.
Yeah,
you know, people on the outside.
Yeah, I'm proud of my daughter because even though she's a little young to have a baby, 21, and she'll be 22 this year, but I'm proud of her. I'm proud of NBA young boy. Very, very talented.
Recently, boxing analyst Chris Algieri echoed these concerns in a viral post. At his peak, he made $300 million in one night versus Manny Pacquiao, with the event grossing over $500 million globally, Algieri wrote. But beneath the flash and undefeated record, a troubling financial picture has emerged. One filled with IRS debt, unpaid staff, and real estate fraud allegations. This wasn't a fan theory anymore. This was a boxer turned commentator calling it like it is. Algieri pointed out that Mayweather's once motivational spending now mirrored the financial habits of countless athletes who had gone broke, despite earning hundreds of millions. Analysts warned that Floyd's empire wasn't as bulletproof as he wanted people to believe. The taxes, the lawsuits, the loans, they were all catching up.
He owes a bunch of gambling debts. Floyd, okay? And he tried to plant fake news out here saying that he was in downtown LA giving out money, and then he was at the, the basketball game.
And then, as if to pour gasoline on the fire, Floyd posted on X again. This time he was holding up a WBC championship belt and writing, "Signing memorabilia for my ACT account holders?" That post was linked to a cryptocurrency initiative Floyd is involved in. It looked less like a celebration and more like a man scrambling to monetize his name. Fans noticed. Comments under the post were filled with skepticism. Some called it another cash grab. Others pointed out that Floyd hadn't fought in years yet, was still selling the idea of Money Mayweather like it was 2015. To them, this wasn't the behavior of a man who had it all. It was a desperate attempt to keep a golden image alive.
We appreciate your stance on still wearing Gucci and not bowing down to that. How do you feel about the pressure that the media tried to give you?
Well, you know, this man will tell you from day one, I was born to be a leader. You know, I was born to be a leader from day one. So I want everybody to follow their own dreams, believe in what you believe in, and I don't have nothing negative to say about nobody. I just believe.
Even his own father has issued warnings. Mayweather Sr., who played a pivotal role in training Floyd and guiding him through his legendary career, has been candid about the risks his son is taking. "Look at all the millionaires who go broke," he told the Daily Mail. "When you have this much money, sometimes you can't control it." He wasn't exaggerating. Floyd's spending sprees are legendary. Luxury cars, jets, mansions, watches, and more.
Okay, baby. Your career is on the way, baby. Let's get rid of all this stuff, man. Get to your career right, man, okay? So, man, right now, man, you can move to the top, man. You gotta have private things.
Another 100 million, 200 million on top of what you already have looks like a tall thing, Mayweather Sr. added. But you can do all kinds of things with money. If Floyd does the right thing with him, he will be all right for the rest of his life. But you can get through any amount in 2 years spending on possessions, trips, cars, women. Most fighters go down that hole. And Floyd, he's looking dangerously close to tumbling down that hole himself. But beneath it all, what hits hardest is what Yaya's testimony truly reveals. It's not just about money or fame. It's about a father who may have traded his family's trust for the illusion of eternal dominance.
One thing about me, I ain't got to do nothing for the rest of my life. I don't got to do it. I can sit at home, right? I can sit at home every week.
Usually got more in them.
Call that shit shake. It's like that.
A man who would rather let his daughter sit in silence than show even a flicker of vulnerability. A man who flies his grandson around on private jets and gifts him diamond Rolexes, but remains mysteriously absent when things get hard. In one of her Instagram posts, Yaya shared a picture of her baby boy, Kentrell Jr., wearing the Rolex that Floyd gave him. KJ's papa got him his first Rolex, she wrote, tagging her dad. It was a small nod to the man who, despite everything, still shows up with gifts. But gifts don't erase silence. And for Yaya, no amount of diamond-studded watches can mask the feeling that her father might be spiraling while pretending he's soaring. All the while, Floyd continues to present himself as untouchable. Whether it's a luxury car post, a crypto promotion, or a training session with one of his sons, the messaging is always the same. Money is never the problem. Family is always good. Everything is under control. But Yaya's words say otherwise, and many other pros have joined in on this.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. It's get the money, spend the money.
All that money?
Yeah, it took, been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like within lifestyle, that money's gone, trust me. Now it's like, you call him, he'll be at your, your local hosting in a nightclub, because you need that action right now.
Do you think he should step back in the ring?
Amir Khan didn't just open his mouth to talk about money. He used Floyd Mayweather's alleged financial troubles as the front door to push a much deeper, more controversial grip. According to Khan, it's sad if Mayweather is really broke, but he's quick to slap on a smile and remind everyone that it's karma doing its job. At first glance, this sounds like classic athlete-on-athlete ego clashing, rich men squabbling over who spent smarter, who fell harder. But it quickly becomes clear Khan wasn't here to talk about finances. He was here to air his disgust at Mayweather's political alliances, and everything else was just window dressing.
Boxing Doctor News. Amir Khan's comments on Floyd Mayweather's finances have sparked controversy, highlighting Mayweather's support for Israel without acknowledging Palestine. Concerns about bias, accountability, and public responsibility have been raised. The debate shifts focus from Mayweather's boxing skills to the character implications of his political views.
Khan started by ridiculing Floyd's alleged struggles keeping up the American lifestyle while living in Dubai. He suggests that Floyd may be so deep in debt, he'll be forced to step back into the ring, possibly for a fight or two, just to survive. In Khan's mind, the man who once rained dollar bills at strip clubs and posted million-dollar bets like selfies is now scrambling, cornered, and watching his empire slip. But more than the money, what bothers Khan, what really makes his voice edge into something personal, is Mayweather's choice to publicly back Israel during the ongoing war in Gaza.
Floyd Mayweather caught up in Dubai. Is he stuck there? Some people are like, nah, man, that's some nonsense. No, he really is. He's stuck there because he borrowed some money, he gambled it all away from a casino over there, and he can't get the hell out of there. You have seen Gervonta Davis all over the internet. He's been clowning him. He said, hey, he tried to leave today.
He's flaunting money and being filthy rich, so he's trying to put everyone else down, Khan says, not holding back. But when we flaunt money, we invest it. Look at him, backing Israel, saying he'll support their soldiers. I've lost a lot of respect for him. And this right here is the switch. The line where the conversation about finances fades into the background and something heavier steps forward. According to Khan, Mayweather's support isn't political, it's transactional. The Israeli side has 100% offered him money, he claims. People called us too, telling us to support Israel for financial benefit. We said no, Floyd said yes.
When I stood behind Israel, I wasn't looking for an award. I felt I did what was right. And if that's, when you choose your side, you stay on that side. And this is the side that I chose.
Khan positions himself as someone with principles, someone who resisted being bought. In contrast, he paints Mayweather as a man who would align with any side if the money was right. There's a fury in his tone, a raw edge that says this isn't just about war or even about money. It's about betrayal, moral lines, and a long simmering grudge. But that doesn't mean Khan stops there. He dives deeper, dragging out unverified whispers and shady rumors about Floyd's alleged run-in with the law in Dubai.
Floyd Mayweather the fraud. Floyd Mayweather posted a picture of him in Palestine and he wrote Israel and wrote that he stands with the people of Israel. And then he posted another picture saying he stands with the people of Israel. And then he has the nerves to say, I stand for peace. I mean, clearly these people do not stand for peace because this conflict has not begun 4 days ago. This conflict began 75 years ago. I haven't seen any of these people speak up for any of the
This is only from government people, Khan says, almost as if admitting the weakness of his source gives it strength. They said it was about bounce checks, not paying, taking stuff and leaving. He claims Mayweather was arrested, placed under house arrest, and couldn't leave Dubai until the payments were made. He might have to go back for a fight or two, but I don't think he'll want to come back to Dubai again, Khan says.
Would you ever do another official fight? Octagon boxing, a real fight?
Well, you know, they came to me talking about the Khabib, you know, the Khabib fight. Khabib called me out. I didn't call Khabib out. They said it has to happen in the octagon. I said, well, you just tell me where Khabib has made 9 figures before in the octagon. Right. If he hasn't made 9 figures, he's not the A side. So I'm the A side. If you guys want the fight to happen, you must come my way. My way, my rules.
There's something off about the way Khan phrases all of this. The vagueness of government people, the lack of documentation, no court records, no official statements, it's gossip and not even first-hand gossip. This is a friend of a friend said this in a WhatsApp group energy. Yet Khan says it with the confidence of a man reading from a verified affidavit. He's not interested in proving anything. He's interested in framing Mayweather as a man on the decline, morally, financially, socially. And then, just to pour more fuel onto the fire, Khan circles back to his old rivalry with Donald Trump. Apparently, Trump turned down an invite to Khan's fight with Canelo Alvarez. He tweeted, "I won't be at the Canelo-Khan fight," Khan recalls, with something that sounds like lingering resentment. This was during the thick of Trump's anti-immigrant rhetoric, and Khan, alongside Oscar de la Hoya, was clearly hoping to make a political moment out of the invite. "We offered him a free ticket. Oscar was pushing for it, but he didn't come." Khan even joked at a press conference that it could be his last fight in the US, especially with the Trump administration, he quipped.
At least I'm happy, but we're never happy. When we had Trump before, we didn't appreciate him, but I think Trump is a great president. Actually, he's the best president in my eyes. He's the best president we ever had. Great businessman, and that's what it's about.
Yeah, and the way the Days cabinet thing, you probably went around here, it was really phenomenal. To the point you talked about, team, putting together a great team,
yes,
put together a fantastic cabinet.
The irony here is rich. Khan, who once took public jabs at Trump, now describes him as a very good man, praising him as a businessman and saying he wants peace. It's hard not to see this as a strategic softening, perhaps in contrast to his total condemnation of Mayweather's political stance. It's like Khan is rebranding himself as the principled one, the rational one, someone who may have disagreed with Trump once but sees the good in him now, while Mayweather's actions in Khan's eyes are purely selfish and corrupt. Khan's rant has nothing to do with Floyd's finances. That was just the bait, what he wanted to say. The thing burning behind every sentence is that Floyd Mayweather picked the wrong side. He didn't just flaunt his money, he flaunted his allegiance. And in the court of Amir Khan's public opinion, that's unforgivable. The karma Khan speaks of isn't financial karma, it's ideological karma. He believes Mayweather is paying the price for choosing money over morality, for showing support in a conflict that Khan clearly feels deeply about.
Floyd Money Mayweather up until recently didn't have any money, so Floyd is the highest earning athlete in his career, making over $1.1 billion. And after making a killing, he ended up retiring in 2017. However, he dug himself into a hole after making super lavish purchases like this LA mansion. It was so bad that he actually owed $22.2 million to the IRS, which made him have to come out of retirement to pay that back.
And if that wasn't enough, even Oscar de la Hoya couldn't resist throwing his opinion into the mix. During one of his Clapback Thursday Instagram segments, the Golden Boy shared his frustration with Mayweather's recent string of exhibition fights. While he didn't touch on the political drama or the alleged financial mess, De La Hoya's comments added to the piling criticism around Mayweather's current state. The underlying theme was the same. Floyd is doing too much, saying too much, chasing too much. It's as if the legends are watching one of their own veer off course, and not quietly.
Life is expensive, but come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this.
And it gets worse, your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami.
De La Hoya, who's tangled with Floyd both inside and outside the ring, has long been a critic of these spectacle fights. To him, every new exhibition is a further dilution of Mayweather's legacy. Floyd once bragged about retiring undefeated, about mastering the business side of boxing. But the exhibitions, more carnival than combat, make that legacy feel thinner with every round. It's all starting to look like a desperate cash grab to some, and Mayweather's critics are having a field day with it.
Money made all day. You know, right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life. So Andrew Jackson, of course, is on the 20.
There's a pattern here, and it's starting to close in on Floyd. Yaya Mayweather casts doubt on his honesty and family loyalty. Amir Khan attacks his morality and motivations. Oscar De La Hoya questions his legacy. And all of them, in one way or another, are painting the same picture. A man who's trying to hold together an empire that's crumbling faster than he wants to admit. The problem for Floyd isn't just the rumors about money. It's that more and more people who once shared his space are now stepping forward to tear down the illusion, one jab at a time. Well, what's your thoughts on this? Share your thoughts below and subscribe for more.